talking everything now. Yeah, you've been calling for the night out. What? Yeah, so we ain't gotta tell your girl.
Hey kitties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be making a short watermark tutorial because one of you requested me to do so. So here I am. Obviously, there's not much to this tutorial, so if you already know how to make watermarks, or if you want to know how I make my watermarks, then you're at the right place. So this is just an example watermark. Obviously, I have a line across it because obviously I don't want anyone stealing it. And yes, I know I keep saying obviously, but yeah, I just put a line over it just so people wouldn't steal. Anyways, getting into the video. So all you want to do is head over to photopea.com or whatever you want, or whatever you prefer. You can use Pixlr. Obviously, I use photopea myself to make these watermarks, but you want to make a new project. Make sure the width and height is set to 500. And right now my computer is really laggy because I'm rendering someone's intro. Not gonna say whose because it's a commission, but then you want to make sure the background is set to transparent, and then you want to hit create. And now you should see something like this, obviously. So now you want to come over here to the left hand side where you see the T, the little T, and then you want to just drag your cursor on the canvas to make a text box. Then from there you can put your channel name, any text you want for the watermark, of course. So I'm just gonna do an example for me, or maybe I'll just do sunkit because obviously that's my name right now. So then what I usually do is go up to layer and then layer style and then bevel and emboss. Usually I like to make my watermarks glossy, but sometimes I just like to make them matte. But let's see if we can make this one glossy, or have a glossy touch. And then go to the border, and usually I have my border set to white. Also make sure this opacity is set to 100% and this opacity is set to 0. Otherwise, it's gonna look a little bit strange, but it's okay. Sometimes I add a pattern to my watermark. It depends on the commission, but it does look really pretty. You can mess around with that any way you want, but yeah. I don't really like that color. I mean, it's pretty. And of course, if you want to save like a text style, there's a define new, and then you just want to click the little down arrow and then go find the style you just added and just click on it. You want to go to the arrow and then right click that and then export as .asl, and then that will download to your computer. That should be in your downloads. And then let's just make this my colors. Obviously my colors for my channel at the moment are pink and yellow, so we're going to make this pink, and then the other one we're gonna make yellow. Stop saying obviously. Oh my freaking goodness. So once you find a good color pattern, you can just click OK, and usually I like to keep the gradient as it is, or obviously you can have a plain standard color. It doesn't have to be a gradient, and just make sure gradient isn't checked when color's checked, and make sure if you want a gradient, make sure color isn't checked because that's gonna override it. But hello, I'm trying to save you, please. Thank you. Okay, so now we want to go back to bevel and emboss. I don't really like contour, so sometimes I uncheck it for like the glossy effect, but you can leave it on if it looks good. But then I just move size up and depth down sometimes just to get the perfect glossy texture. I don't know how this is gonna look, so I'm gonna try both to see which one looks better. So there's that. Obviously you can add contour if it looks better, and to me it kind of does look better, but I personally don't know. And if you're happy with it, you can save it. But obviously, I'm gonna try the other option, which is this one right here. And I think this one looks a lot better, like this. Obviously, you can change the gradient and reverse it if you want to, like so. And also you can change this around. Just adjust anything to your liking. Ooh, that's kind of cute. So yeah, pretty much adjust it to your liking and you should be good to go. And usually I don't recommend adding a pattern overlay when you have a gradient text because it's kind of hard to find matching colors of your plain matte watermark. But you can try if you want to. Obviously, stop saying obviously. Just play around with the settings under layer style and you should have a good looking watermark. It just takes practice. Obviously, everything takes practice. So if it looks bad the first time, you'll improve the second time. And yeah, just keep that in mind. Anyways, usually I also add overlays, but if you're wondering how to change the font of the watermark, all you have to do is just go back to the T icon or the text icon, and then use the left click to double click on the text to highlight it, and go up here to where it says the text name, or not the text name, the font name, and just pick any font you want. Obviously, if you want to import fonts, I think I already made a tutorial on this, but I used to get my fonts from is defont.com, and usually this is my font that I always use for all my watermarks. Yeah, we're going back and changing those settings because that was the wrong font that I wanted and it looks kind of weird. Anyways, and don't mind me just changing my stuff. Anyways, stop yapping. But yeah, obviously you can change it from linear to radial to angle to reflected and diamond. I don't really recommend diamond or angle or even radial for that matter. I usually use linear and reflected because it gives a nice look to them, but sometimes I just use linear. Reflected is just like a candy cane type style, but yeah, it looks pretty nice in my opinion. And then obviously you can just play around with the angle and how you want it. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep it like that. Obviously I would add overlays. I think I made an overlay tutorial. I might make an updated one. I might update all my tutorials with actual voice ones because my text tutorials, I'm not really proud of them because of the text going by really quickly and you having to pause the video and like almost constantly just to read what it says. And also sorry for the very long text. But yeah, it's a lot of information if you're new. So anyone who already knows how to make a watermark, yeah, just bear with me. And then make sure the alignment is set to center alignment so you can get better results for warp. That's what I was doing or what I was trying to do. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to add a warp this time because my warps are kind of all messed up, but it's okay. But if it looks good, you could add a warp. And remember the warps are under the little T or the text tool. And then up here on the top bar. And then under none is all the warps you can use. Usually I use wave, flag, and sometimes arch, but for the watermarks usually I use wave and flag, sometimes fish. But I just want to see what fish looks like. Yeah. It just depends on your watermark, really. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously you can add overlays from Google. You just have to go to Google, type in what you want, like heart or flower or butterflies even. But yeah, I will be making some updated tutorials for some that are confused with my other tutorials. I'll just make an updated tutorial so you're less confused. Obviously it might be voice because I get a little bit confused and a little bit irritated when it comes to editing with text, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That will make my life so much easier because, you know, okay, I'm gonna stop yapping now. But I'm just gonna add some overlays and I'll have to show you what I mean. Actually, I think I have some in my files, so I can just go to file and open in place. And it's gonna take a while because of me rendering something. Let me find the heart I have in here somewhere. So we have our star, for instance. We're just gonna put this somewhere where it looks good. And obviously you can leave the overlay on top of the text, or if you want to move it under it, you can. Obviously photopea kind of lags for me, but usually it doesn't lag for me whenever I'm not rendering anything, because yeah. But right now it's a little bit, yeah. If it's not laggy for you, that's why. It's lagging for me because I'm doing commissions right now, so that's it. But let me just finish this watermark real quickly and just position the overlays how you want. But yeah, and you can also change the color of the star or whatever other detail you have in the watermark, but it's up to you. And if this tutorial makes no sense whatsoever, I'm sorry. I have no better way of explaining it because yeah. But if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will gladly get to you and we can try to figure it out. But yeah, and when you're done with the watermark, obviously mine's not done but I'm not going to be using it very much. All you want to do is go up, okay, there's two options. You can either go up here next to transform controls and distances on the top panel. There's a download arrow, and then you can save it. Obviously you have to make sure the layers are selected, so select all 3 of the layers or however many layers you have, then go up here and just click the download icon and then PNG. And then obviously you don't have to have anything selected for the second option, but you just want to go up here to file, go down to export as, and then you want to save it as a PNG. And then name it anything you want, make sure it's a PNG, and then save it as a file. And it should go directly to your downloads. So again, if this tutorial didn't help, let me know down in the comments and I will try to help you as best as I can to get you on the right track and, well, to provide you a better explanation. Let's just put it that way. But thank you so much for watching. Like the video, comment if you want to, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, my lovely kitties.